Hi Team Space, welcome to my third spaceflight simulator tutorial here on my YouTube channel. In the last video, I accomplished the goal of sending a usable spacecraft to the moon and bringing it back safely. In this second part, we are once again approaching the moon, but selecting a different landing site. On Earth, I could refill the spacecraft and prepare it for its next launch. By docking to its refueling adapter with both of my mobile ground stations, I could fill up the spacecraft completely. Then I could proceed to the imminent launch of the orbiter. I lifted up from the launch pad and ascended to space. Eventually, I reached orbital velocity and once again didn't have enough propellant left to push the spacecraft much further. Therefore, I navigated the spacecraft to the fuel depot we had visited the last time. The space station is orbiting approximately 400 kilometers above the surface of the Earth. I carefully approached the space station and eventually docked to one of its docking ports. After I filled up the tanks partially at around 60%, I undocked from the space station and prepared the spacecraft for its second transfer burn to the moon. To intersect the moon's gravitational field, I had to execute the transfer burn at the right point in time. After a long coasting phase, I entered the sphere of influence of the moon. In order to stay in lunar orbit, I had to perform a capture burn. Once again, I managed to land on the surface of the moon, visiting one of my moon rovers. After playing around with my old rover a bit, it was now time for the return back to Earth. I fired the engines and lifted the spacecraft back into low lunar orbit. After firing the main engines again, I eventually escaped lunar gravity in a specific transfer window that would lead the spacecraft onto a journey back to Earth. I had to carefully adjust the trajectory in order to land the spacecraft close to the launch site. As a matter of fact, it was very complicated to estimate the drag of the atmosphere and take that into account to predetermine the landing zone. After a hot re-entry, I could land the spacecraft safely back on the planet. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like, leave a comment and subscribe.